And that's why, in my opinion, Donald Trump is still America's president. Oh, I didn't see you there. Hi, I'm Andy. Welcome to New Game Releases, where we talk about all of the new video games that are coming out this week. I do it each and every week. I was just recording some voiceover for this latest video that you're watching. I hope you're enjoying it so far. It's only been a few seconds, but I'm pretty sure you know already that this is going to be one of the best I've ever done. I had an itch. Let's talk about those new games then, huh? It's a little stuffy in here. Why don't we go on outside and enjoy some of that fine Southern California weather? And poof!
I guess it's a nice day. At least it's not raining. Alright, so the top game of the week is Dead Island 2, which is coming out on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series S and X. The sequel's been in the making for a long time, and it's finally here. Exciting. Then we've got Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp on the Switch, which has been delayed, like 4 times now? But everything's fine in Ukraine, so they can finally release the game. Right? That's all done, right? That's ended? I don't watch the news. Next we have Minecraft Legends on PC, PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox One, and Series S and X. This is a kind of like a... it's not necessarily like a sandboxing like Minecraft. It's more like a dungeon crawler, I think. But you can also still build shit. Yeah, it looks kind of interesting. I'll probably play it with my kid. If you got kids, play it with them. And if you're an adult, just don't play it. If you're an adult, go get a mortgage. Then we have Disney Speedstorm coming to PC, PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox One, and Series S and X. This has been in early access since sometime last year. It's basically Mario Kart with Mickey Mouse characters, Disney characters. It's supposed to be pretty good. Now you can finally buy it. Thank God. Then we have Mage Seeker, a League of Legends story. I don't care about that at all, so we're just going to move on. Ports, the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters are finally coming out on consoles, mainly on PS4 and Switch. As far as expansions go, we have Horizon Forbidden West, the Burning Shores on PlayStation 5, and only PS5. If you got Horizon on PS4, you're kind of screwed here. You gotta get it on PS5. Which again, if you're an adult like me, you have a PS5, not one of those baby consoles where you can play Minecraft. Yeah, I know you can play Minecraft on the PS5. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, yeah. This sucks. Do you want to go see the ocean? Let's go see the ocean. Alright. What is this guy playing that? And we'll turn. And there's the ocean, huh? Alright. Yeah, Southern California. Weather's great. I'll send you all a postcard.
Does this office run on an HMO or a PPO? Hey, what's going on? We are talking about the notable title from 10 years ago, Surgeon Simulator, or, as it was known back in 2013, Surgeon Simulator 2013. The game was developed by 4 men from Bossa Studios, a London-based video game company, at the 2013 Global Game Jam, as part of their 48-hour, Game Jam challenge.
The team thought it would be funny to create a surgery game where players would kind of haphazardly fix a person, switch out their heart, or give them new kidneys or lungs or whatever. And they thought the best way to go about this was to copy the control scheme from the video game Jurassic Park Trespasser, which came out in 1998, and is kind of well known, maybe notoriously, for its bad controls, but unique in the way that it allowed you to manipulate your character's arm and hand. As the team made the game, they thought it was really funny. The whole premise of it and just kind of the wacky nature of the game. But they weren't sure if that was because of their own sleep deprivation from, not getting a lot during the 48 hours it took to make the game. So when they finally presented it in front of the wider audience and it got laughs there, that's when they knew they were onto something. After the Global Game Jam, Bassa was able to get the game into the hands of some YouTubers and other, Let's Play personalities. And the biggest one, of course, was PewDiePie, who gained millions and millions of views with his Let's Plays of the Game Jam version of Surgeon Simulator, and basically created a demand for the game that Bassa couldn't ignore.
The lungs, I'll put you over here, alright? Don't do anything stupid, Long. I'm watching. Long, where are you going? Long, what did I tell you? Long!
So, taking about 48 days to make a full game out of the title that they had created in less than 48 hours, Bassa eventually released Surgeon Simulator onto digital platforms on PC like Steam, and the game quickly became a bestseller. While the game was a hit with players, it wasn't quite a hit with critics. Most of them appreciated the game's humor. They thought it was funny. It's a funny game. You're flopping around with your hand, and the absurdity of smashing into somebody's ribs with a hammer, or slicing open their stomach and pulling out intestines with clamps it's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous game. But it didn't really translate into a good game, at least to critics. Meanwhile, players, clearly they didn't care. They thought it was hilarious and fun, and there's just an entire... You can probably look up on YouTube now, there's probably thousands and thousands and thousands of Let's Plays of Surgeon Simulator, because it was just such a big hit with that kind of crowd. A few months after the PC release, there would be a release for iOS devices, on tablets, and it just continued to cause the game's popularity to grow from there. Eventually it would come out on PlayStation 4 and Switch, although those versions weren't necessarily well reviewed. This game works best with a keyboard and mouse. Yeah, not really so much with a controller or the Switch Joy-Cons or whatever. A sequel would come out in 2020, continuing the wacky nature of the first game, and gave you a bunch of different surgeons to pick from this time, and was just more the same kind of goofy stuff that the first game was. If you want to play the original game today, you still can. It's very easy. Like I said, it's on Switch and PlayStation 4, but I would recommend the PC version, which you can get from Steam still, and just have a blast with it. Alright, I think that's going to do it for our 10-year-old notable title. Let's move on to our next game.
What can I say about NBA Jam? It's really the only video game I play. I'm more of a sports guy, go San Diego. But basketball, we don't have a basketball team here, so I kind of connected with NBA Jam that way, because I could play as any team I wanted. But I went with the San Antonio Spurs because they have David Robinson, who was, I don't know if you know, he was in the Army. When you try to get recruited, they tell you that David Robinson was in the Army, even though, that was 40 years ago.
Anyway, NBA Jam is one of those games that just sits with me and makes me feel like a kid again, you know? I just love that. I spend a lot of time at work now, and it's not very fun, so I just love that I can come to a place like this and just play NBA Jam until it's time to stop, you know? When my wife calls me and it's like, hey, we're coming home, we need to start playing NBA Jam, and I'm like, okay. So anyway, that's really all I have to say about this game. I appreciate you all, taking the time to talk to me about it. Thank you. I really love their pizza mascot here. His name is Scott, the pizza mascot. Good guy, Scott. I like to come out here and act like I'm toasting with him. I don't really drink, but I like to pretend I do sometimes with Scott the mascot.